The astrology of late March 2025 is especially wild. Today is March 21st. I'm Gina. Thank you for joining me. I'm here almost every day with these astrology chats, and I also do monthly horoscopes on my channel. Best watched for your rising sign. So, today I just want to talk sort of generally about a few of the big parts of your chart, a few of the chart areas, houses to be focusing on in late March. If you've been following astrology, you likely already have your eye on a couple of these, but I thought this was sort of a good moment to check in and review those three areas that we should all sort of be keying in on a little extra right now and talk a bit about why as well as we go. So I'm just going to circle these as we go. The first part of the chart that you should be paying extra close attention to right now is the Pisces part of the chart. We have Saturn here, the North Node, and Neptune. There is a ton of energy going back and forth between Aries and Pisces right now. But with all of the new energy flowing into Aries, it can be easy to be focused on new starts and forget about the endings, the powerful endings. Look at where Pisces falls in your chart. What is changing? What are you letting go of in those areas right now? In some ways, you're aware that that's happening to bring in the new, and in other ways, it might just feel right now like a flushing out. But keep in mind that you don't have to know exactly where you're going in order to start moving in that direction. And that's kind of what's happening with Pisces right now. We have the North Node here, which is helping us to bring in the future things that are really meant for us in this part of the chart. It's a very, very powerful and forward thinking and bringing in signature, that North Node. But with Saturn and Neptune working their way out of this house and sign, we are thinking about a lot of endings right now, especially with this Neptune at 29 degrees. And that Neptune keeps getting activated, not just by this North Node that has been in a conjunction there since the end of February, but by the Sun when the Sun went over, and Venus and Mercury will soon. And so there is sort of a blurriness, a dreaminess, a letting go coming in the Pisces part of the chart. That is one area definitely to pay attention to. Think about what you're letting go of and allow yourself to dream about the future. We might not know exactly what's coming in that life area yet, but trust that new is coming in. Okay, the next part of the chart that we should all be paying attention to right now is the Aries sector of the chart. And probably if you knew nothing about astrology, you could still say that, right? Because we look at this chart and our eyes just go right there. Even if you knew nothing about astrology and you'd never seen a chart before, you'd go, ooh, what's going on over here? And so it does connect with this Pisces story as well. The second part of the chart that you should really be paying attention to right now is the Aries part of your chart. And again, we're working with themes of endings and beginnings. And here it might be a little bit easier to sense the beginnings. With Venus and Mercury both retrograde in this house and sign, co-present with Chiron, which is about healing and learning from our wounds, and the Sun, which is sort of just illuminating all of these things, bringing them to the surface. We're doing a lot of deep work where we're going back over, we're thinking about the past, we're revisiting relationships, relationship themes. We may be thinking about our finances and how we've been with all of that in the past. We may be reviewing aesthetics, any Venusian themes. But there's a real sense that the new is coming in here, and we have a feeling like we're ready to go. We have that Aries fire, that Aries courage. Pay attention to where you have Aries in your chart right now. This is a place where you've been doing a lot of work, and right now there is a revisiting and a clearing of the old in order to make room for dynamic newness. You may already be feeling that urge to move forward and feeling quite courageous in this sector of your chart, wherever it falls for you. But we're still in that process of review and revision and rethinking and all those rewords with all this retrograde. So for the end of March, I would still recommend hanging on, not doing a whole lot to actually move those plans forward. Be thinking about them instead. But you are ready to bring in what is meant for you, what is new, what is best in both the Pisces and Aries sectors of your chart right now. But with Pisces, there's a little bit more of a letting go, and with Aries, there's a little bit more letting in. Okay, and the third sector of the chart, and this is why I really wanted to do this video right now, was to remind us of this third one, because I think it could get lost in all of this Pisces Aries excitement. But the third area of the chart, does anyone know what it is? Third place that we really need to be paying attention to is Virgo, because we just had a lunar eclipse in this sector of the chart. And that lunar eclipse is active until we have a solar eclipse in Aries in about a week and a half at the end of the month. So we are in the eclipse energy from Virgo right now as well. This is a place where there is new themes coming in for the course of the next 18 months. Bigger changes than in other areas of the chart, which is why it's the third one. And there's something about what we're doing with Virgo where we're releasing perfectionism. We're releasing overdoing, overplanning, overthinking, and going with more of a sort of go with the flow, mystical, trusting ourselves, listening to our inner voice kind of themes. So this is a really interesting sector of the chart to be paying attention to as well. Where over the next 18 months are you releasing those tendencies to overdo, overthink, overplan in order to make way for a real evolution and growth within yourself and in what's happening in the world over the course of the next 18 months, really 2 years. We have a pretty late eclipse in Virgo in, I believe, February of 27. So if you know your rising sign and you know your chart, be on the lookout right now and towards the end of March for lots of work in these 3 houses and the life areas that they're associated with. And be sure to check out my channel and the horoscopes there. They'll give you a lot more information about all of this. Look by rising sign, and it will give you a lot of information about the life areas that each of these parts of the chart rule for you. And I appreciate you being here very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back again tomorrow.